Hello, everyone. So this is going out for the first time to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I'm using StreamYard. I hope it works. I've never done this before. I'm kind of new at this. Anyway, I wanted to share something with you guys about really what's going on with me today in my life. Some of you may not know this yet, and we haven't officially announced it yet, but Shelly and I and Sienna are going to be moving into a super cool dream home that we're really excited about. She's probably going to be upset with me for not letting her share the pictures, but I'll let her share the pictures first when everything is final in place. So we had no plans on moving. We just decided kind of out of the blue, found a beautiful place. It's still in Roswell, so we're not going far, but we're going to be moving. Now, why am I bringing this up? Not just to talk about how we're moving. I wanted to share something kind of relevant for you guys, because today, for me, has been a very, very busy day. Now, this is a day when I'm off, I'm at home. It used to kind of be that I had more chill out time on my days off, but I've really begun to aggressively grow my business. I'm doing a lot more meetings. I'm involved in all these different things that take up a lot of what used to be more like, hey, relax, hang out, sort of spare time. But what I wanted to share with you is that what's remarkable about today. And so today what I did was I woke up, had breakfast, drove across town to get my hair cut, came back, had lunch, jumped in a meeting for 2 hours, found a time to go to the dry cleaners. They had another meeting. I have another one coming up in about 10 minutes, so I got to do this one quick. In the meantime, I'm sending documents for the house. I'm replying to emails from clients. I'm responding to clients who are interested in my upcoming hypnotherapy training program. I'm getting ready to pack for a trip to Vegas this weekend. So I'm doing all the stuff. I took the dogs for 3 walks, and they're here. I don't know if you can see them there. There's a dog or two. I'm not the best cameraman with this kind of camera on. But so I'm doing a ton of stuff. But what's really, to me, a big deal based on all the clients that I talk to and all the people that I talk to is to do all this stuff without feeling stressed out. There's a little bit of magic in that. I don't talk to too many folks who are hyper productive and always doing one thing after the other all day long and who aren't feeling it, like who aren't feeling stressed. Because what my mastery is, like what my superpower is being able to control my focus. And hypnosis taught me how to do that. I mean, I learned through hypnosis how to control my focus. So how it works is that whatever the hell I'm doing, I'm giving my attention to that in the moment. That's it. If you want to know something about how stress works, see, if you think about how stressed out you might feel, you might feel like you had a stressful day. The way I present this to clients is like this. If someone were following you around with like a camera, if there was a reality show about you, or there was a drone camera just hovering around you when you drove places and stuff, how exciting, how stressful would it look? Because most people that I know, what you're doing is you are sitting on a computer and you're having lunch, and then you're driving in your car, and then you're maybe in a meeting, or you're doing something with your kids, or you're feeding the dogs. It's like, it's a lot of stuff that you're doing, but none of it's particularly overwhelming. You know, unless you're a Navy SEAL, or you're on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, or you're in a high-powered meeting, that involves, lots and lots of money at work, and you're a CEO. It's like, there aren't many things that you'll be doing throughout the day that in and of themselves are stressful. So where does the stress come from? Stress comes from your thoughts. It's not the one thing that you're doing that stresses you out. It's all the other crap that you are thinking about while you're kind of trying to do that one thing. So if I was doing it the wrong way, while I was walking the dogs, I'd be stressed out about all the different emails that I had to send, or about, I got to get this number of students enrolled in my training, or I got to find a venue where I'm doing the training, and I got to pay this person this much money, and blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. What I do is I just concentrate on the task at hand. And so I just give my attention to it. So it's like this, if you're being present is what we used to talk about in improv years ago. They tell you, be present on stage, be present, be present. At first, I didn't know how the hell to do it. But once I got hypnotized, I did. I figured it out. And what it means is being present is paying attention to the information coming in through your senses. Now, what's interesting about that is that that's actually one of the ways that I hypnotize people, is that if any of you have been hypnotized, or by me in particular, the process begins by me reminding you of, or directing your attention to, your heartbeat, or your breathing, or the sound of my voice, or other sensory information that's happening in the moment. And then I might take you on a walk on the beach and have you in your imagination. But being tuned in to the present moment and just focusing on what you're looking at, what you're hearing, what you're feeling, and sometimes what you're smelling or tasting, doing that actually will calm you down and relax you. Why? Because unless you're storming the beaches at Normandy, like I said, unless you're a Navy SEAL, unless you're in some sort of dangerous profession or in a place where someone's shouting at you, your environment is not going to stress you out. It's the thoughts about too much crap, about all the stuff you're going to have to do later today, or all the stuff you're going to do this week, and how I don't have enough time for this or that. Those are the things that stress you out. You know, for me, I've got a laundry list of to-dos. Like I've got, so my to-do lists have to-do lists. And there are lots of things I wish I had time to get to today that I didn't. But I don't stress out about it because I've learned that typically what we do is we do the most important things if we're thinking properly. And then the stuff that isn't as urgent will get, kicked down the line. I'll get to that when I have time. But I acknowledge and I address the most important things during the day. So I don't neglect the things that are most important to me. Therefore, I let it go. So if you want to get better at being, if you want to be a productive person, or you're running a business, or you're just, you have kids to manage and you've got dogs like I do, if you have all this kind of stuff to handle and you want to not be stressed out, what you can do is start by giving your attention to what it is that you're doing. Now, that's kind of hard to do consciously, I have to admit. That's why I love the skill set of hypnosis. That's why it's so valuable, because I have clients in my office who are stressed out and doing all this shit. And when I hypnotize them and give them a recording to listen to daily, it starts to program them to be mindful. So that, like, it's kind of like a tap on the shoulder in the moment. You start to feel a little stressed, and then you hear Sean's voice saying, "Hey, relax, be in the moment. Things are fine." And that will calm you down. You take a deep breath. So having the reminder is key. That's one of the genius benefits of hypnosis, is that it can change what you're thinking about in a specific moment. And that's what it's all about. Like, the way I describe it is like there's a big difference between knowledge and awareness. So you can know something like, hey, like, I'm safe, my needs are met, I'm not going to run out of food, the bills are going to be paid. You can know that, but you can forget about it long enough to be really stressed out and get anxious. And so this is a tool that's used to help people to remember. In my practice, I use it to help people to change their consciousness in a way that changes how they feel. So that I'm doing all this shit. I'm telling you guys, man, I have never been busier than I am right now. Like, I have 2 hypnotherapists I refer clients to. I've got a VA in Texas. I've got an office assistant who works in my location in Buckhead. I've got a coaching program I'm enrolled in. I'm doing meetings every day. I'm growing my business, and it takes time. And what's awesome is that I don't have to be like, balls to the wall, stressed out all the time. I find time to walk the dogs. And when I walk the dogs, I'm paying attention to walking the dogs, and I'm looking at the trees. And sometimes I'm thinking, about stuff, but not in a stressful way. So when you learn how to manage your consciousness better, then you will manage your emotions better. You get a lot of shit done, and you'll actually be at your best, because when you're stressed out, you don't think very clearly. And when you're chill and relaxed and clear-headed, you do. So I'm able to solve problems better, organize better, set reminders for myself. I'm present in doing that, which allows me to be very highly productive and get a lot of stuff done, but without feeling the way that I know a lot of hyper-productive people feel. I see them in my office. People who are hard workers, they have a hard time turning it off. And I tell you what, at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, Sienna goes to bed, I sit on the couch, I don't worry about shit. And it's a thing I've learned to do. It's not something I was born doing. So one quick thing, if you find hypnosis fascinating, if you really do think this shit is interesting, like I do, I was passionate about it from day one, all those years ago. I am doing a training. I'm teaching people how to do hypnotherapy. Whatever it is that you do, if you're curious about it, let me know. If you think it might be something you'd be interested, let me know. Send me a direct message, send me an email, whether you're watching this on YouTube or watching this on Facebook, just reach out and find me, contact me. I'll be happy to chat with you about it. I don't try to steer everyone into it because it's not a good fit for everyone. But if we assess that it is a good fit for you, then it's a really kick-ass training. I will teach you how to do all the cool shit that I do. And I've got 2 people now working for me, Arno and Danielle, that came into it with no hypnosis experience and no business experience. And they are seeing clients in my office in Buckhead now, and have been for an entire year since they graduated last August. So this is a thing that if you're driven and highly motivated and curious and you find it interesting, that you can do. So talk to me about it. If you just have questions about hypnosis for you, let me know. Talk to me about it. I could help. Arno could help. Danielle could help. You let me know. I've got to run for another meeting. Totally not stressed out. Just got more shit to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.